Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to go through a full upper body pull session that I did. This contains 6 exercises for your back and for your biceps. You can do all of these exercises in one single session, or you can just try and test out a few of them. Because I train back twice a week, this session focuses more on hypertrophy and muscle building. My second session of the week contains more strength work and more heavier lifting. So let's get into it. To start the session out, I did a 5-kilometer run. Now, you do not need to do a 5-kilometer run before your workouts, but I like to balance cardio and strength, which is why I do feel I perform better in my strength sessions when I have a bit of a sweat on beforehand. So then we kick things off with the T-bar row, one of the best exercises for overall back development in my opinion. What I like about the T-bar row is that the chest supported variation minimises momentum and reduce your risk of injury, and it's more joint friendly than something like a barbell bent over row. Using the neutral grip, this focuses more on the lat activation. With the chest support, it helps me keep my elbows tucked in and my spine neutral. I did a reverse pyramid session where I started out with 12 reps, then in my second set I did 10 and then followed by 8 reps and a drop set on my final set. For the drop set I use a Y grip to target a different part of my back. To balance out all the pulling, I supersetted the T-bar row with ab wheel rollouts, one of my favourite all-time core exercises. This is a fantastic movement for developing both core strength and stability. When you have a strong core, this will translate to other movement. I did 3 sets of 12 to 14. Second exercise today was a seated cable row. Whenever I'm doing any rowing movement, I always think about driving my elbows in towards my hips and keeping them tucked. Once I get to that end range, as you see there, I'm really emphasizing trying that squeezing my shoulder blades together. This will maximize lat engagement and rhomboid engagement and really help you feel it in your back rather than in your biceps. I did 3 sets of 10 here before moving on to my final row movement, which is an underhand row. The underhand row emphasizes your lower lats and also your biceps too. It also allows for a longer range of motion, which will maximize the stretch of the bottom position. Again, I worked in the hypertrophy rep range of 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps with a 90-second to 2-minute rest in between. Then we moved on to some direct lat work, starting out with the single arm lat pull down. Single arm work will help fix imbalances to make sure that one side is not as strong as the other. The key to the single arm pull down is making sure you get the full stretch to the top position, stretching out as far as possible before thinking about driving your elbow down towards your hip. I did 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps with the single arm lat pull down before moving on to my final pull movement of the day. This was a neutral grip lat pull down. The neutral grip is amazing for targeting both your mid to lower lats. Keeping your elbows tucked, this will allow me to use a slighter heavier weight. I did 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps, really maxing out on those final few reps. The key cue here is to think about driving your elbows both down and in and not just pulling the cable or the bar to your chest. Then on to our final tricep for the biceps. We start out with spider curls. The incline bench helps keep your spine neutral, while moving your arms in the forward motion will help keep your elbows locked. Once I went to failure in the spider curls, I then moved on to dumbbell hammer curls. These emphasize the brachialis at the side, and you can typically do them for more reps than with the spider curls. I finished the tricep with preacher curls to make sure that I trained the biceps in the full stretch position. Every exercise I did between 10 to 15 reps, which meant come the end of the third set, I did 100 total reps for the biceps. Now I also do train my rear delts and my upper back on my upper body push session, which is why I did not include in today's session exercises such as face pulls and rear delt flies, along with some more direct bicep work. That can be a future session that I do record, so if you do enjoy videos like this, be sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you want to develop a strong and thick back while maximizing muscular growth, be sure to give some of these exercises a go, and I hope you found this video helpful.